So you are going up to 2 raised to 7, right? So what you are specifying is integer 8, then you are specifying the size as 7. So what you are going to do here is you are saving 11 bits here, right? So at max you can store up to 2 raised to 7. You cannot go ahead of that, right? Because an individual data which you are storing is requiring some bits, and as you are specifying that size to be 7, you can go up to almost 2 raised to 7. So if you are starting with 0, it's 0 to 2 raised to 7 minus 1. So here what happens, this is the 7 bits, 7 plus this all bits plus 10 of its own. So that's why the size of structure will be increased to 12 bytes, right? Now we are starting one more topic, that is file management in C. What's the main advantage, why we should use the file management? That is when you are considering your console based input output, that is when you are using printf and scanf, at that time whenever the program is running you can use those data, but when you are quitting your program or when your CPU is turned off, then you cannot retrieve those data back, right? Take an example that I am saving the records of my college students, right? I have reached up to 200 students. I am saving my data, I am printing those data, I am scanning those data, I am printing those data, and I have done those things up to 200 students, right? As well, as soon as I am completing those 200 students data, I am printing them. After printing, what can I do? Right? I can manipulate those data, but I cannot store those data for a longer time. Program is running, then only I can use those data. When I am quitting my program, those data is lost. But if I am storing those data into one particular file, then that could be helpful for me later on, right? So for that we require file management. File management is a concept to handle a file which can be stored into the disk and which can be used later on, and we can manipulate those information which is stored in the file. For that we require file management. Any language which is high level language that supports handling of file in some manners, right? So here we are learning file management in C language. As I said, up till now you have used input and outputs for only console, and in console oriented input and outputs we are using the terminals. Terminals means the input and output devices. So if the terminal is keyboard, we are taking the inputs from keyboard. If they are if you are going to output something, that is the screen where you are giving some output. So if you are taking some inputs from your file from your console, then you are using scanf. So you are writing scanf %d %i. So that do what? That is what? That is getting the input from keyboard, right? And if you are printing something, you are printing on the console, and that data is going to the monitor. But this thing is suitable for only small volume of data. You cannot have a larger, if somebody says that enter 5000 data, right, and that data is lost after you are quitting the program, what you will do, right? So that is not a good thing. So what you are doing is you are storing that data to the file. So it's suitable when small volume of data, but data is lost when the program is terminated. So in real life example, this thing is not good, because in real time data you are having large amount of data, so volume is higher. Suppose you are doing some experiments with physics and you are storing the results. If the program is quit and the data is lost, what you will do? So you have to store those data into some file. Again you are entering the student's mark record. If the program is quit or CPU is turned off suddenly and your data is lost, what you will do, right? So better you should go for disk for permanent storage of such data. Suppose the population record, they are the example why we need the real time data storage. So we need to have some flexible approach for storing and retrieving the data, and that's why we are studying the files concept. Again, a file is some space on the memory which is stored for a particular data. You can store those data into secondary memory in a form of file, right? Some operations C provides into file is again, as I said, with C language you can have lower level IO as well as high level IO. In low level IO functions you have to use the unique shell commands. If it is high level, you can use the standard library functions, and those functions are already given in C, you just need to use them. So The basic file operations which you can perform in C, they are the naming a file, opening a file, reading from a file, writing into the file, and closing the file at the last, right? So they are the operations which you can perform on file. For that, as I said, that high level IO is providing some functions to you which are given by default. As you are using stdio.h and as you are using this conio.h, they are providing you the functions. Same way you can have the IO related functions inbuilt in the C's library, and they are listed here. The first one is fopen. This is fopen functions. Opens the file which is already there. If you have already stored some file, you can directly use that file. If that file is not opened, if that file is not created, it automatically creates a new file for use. So whenever you are using fopen, what it does, it creates a new file if it is not existing. If it is existing, it opens the existing file. The second is fclose. Once you have used that file, after manipulating those data, you can quit, you can close that particular file. So for that you are using fclose. Here f is small, so you need to use fclose. Then getC and putC. They are similar to getChar and putchar. What you are using with getChar and putchar? You are using those functions for writing to the consoles or getting data from the consoles. Same way for writing into file and getting data out of the file, you need to use getC and putC. Two more functions are there, that is fprintf and fscanf. As you know that getchar will print one character, will get one character. If you are using putchar, it will give one character onto the output screen. But what if you want to store some of the data together? Suppose you want to store my name as well as my age as well as my marks, then I will use what? I will use printf and scanf. If I want to scan, I will use scanf. If I want to print, I will use printf. Same way, if you want to give multiple group of data to the file or want to fetch the multiple data from the file, you will use fscanf. So fprintf will write set of data values to a file, and fscanf will read a set of data values from a file. GetW and PutW, they are used for getting the integer value from the file or putting the integer value to the file. As getC used for character, getW is used for integer data. Reads an integer from the file, writes an integer to the file. fseek, again, these three are the random access functions. What is the random access function means? Suppose you want to randomly access some particular location in your file, then you need to use these three particular functions, that is fseek, ftell and rewind. fseek does what? fseek lets you go to any particular position where you want to go into the file. So it sets the position to a desired point. Wherever you want to go, you can set that particular location in the file. What ftell does is, if you are saying that where am I in the file, so ftell will return that particular location to you, right? And the rewind, what rewind does is, it will let you go to the beginning of the file. So it sets the position to the beginning of the file. So they are the introduction to some of the file management function. We'll see these functions in detail. Let us see the fopen. Suppose you have a file and you want to open that for use. You need to use fopen function. But let us see some of the concepts about file. So to store some data into file in a secondary memory. Secondary memory is for your hard disk, right? If you want to store some data into your hard disk, you need a file, right? So we must specify certain things. What those things are? We need to specify file name. What name you want to give to your file. Then whenever you are using these things through C language, you need to use one data structure, and that data structure is file. You need to write those all in capital FILE. That is the name of structure which is predefined in the C language, which you just need to use, right? And purpose means for what reason you want to access this particular file. That can be reading, writing or appending. You must be knowing reading, writing. What is appending is, suppose you have read some data from the file. If you want to write some data, you will start writing from the initial, means older content will be erased, and everything whatever you will be writing, that will be start from the scratch. But if you want your older data to be existing, plus you want to add something at last, then you need to use append operation. So that is known as appending. Appending matlab adding something new to the older content, right? So the first one is name, second one is data structure, as you know, that is the file. File is, you must be writing in capital, then you need to specify variable of that particular file, and then purpose means, as I said, which operations you want to perform on the file, that can be reading, writing or appending. File's name, file name can be any valid file name. Valid file name means there are restrictions that you cannot have dot in between, or you cannot have special symbols in between, so that is validity. Different OS is having their different validity checking, so that depends on the OS. So you need to have string of characters that make a valid file name. As I said, the file names contain two things, that is the primary name and then dot. After dot you need to have some extension. As you having, if you are having an image file, you will be having, suppose your image name is A, you can be having a.bmp or a.png or a.jpeg. So jpeg or anything that are known as extension, and before that you need to specify the name of a file. So here we are specifying a.out. What is a.out? A is the name of file and out is the extension, output file, right? Same way, suppose you are storing some program and you are giving prog as a name, so prog.c means prog is the name and .c is the extension of C file, right? So that way you need to specify the file's name. Suppose you want to open a particular file. Now again, as I said, you need to use file data structure, right, which is already defined in C. Then you need to create star fp. What is star fp? Star fp is a file pointer. File pointer means what? Suppose you are having, you want to access a file, so you cannot directly access that file, you need to point to that particular file, and for that you can use file pointer. So we are using data structure file, then that data structure's member, right? But you cannot have directly a member. Why? Because we still don't know that where this will point. So we are just creating a pointer. We are not creating the actual variable. We are just creating a pointer to that particular file. So we are writing star fp, right? So fp is a name. You can have f1, f2, whatever name you want to give. So here we have given fp. Then with this fp, we want to open some file to manipulate on that. So to open that particular file, we will use fopen function. So we are writing fp is equals to fopen. Then we need to specify a file name and in which mode you need to specify. So in which mode you want to open this particular file, that depends on the purpose. Purpose means you want to open this file for reading or for writing or for appending or for manipulating. So what is the reason why you want to open this file, that you need to specify with mode. So here we are writing fp is equals to fopen. Fopen is the name of function which you are using for opening a file. Which file you want to open, that you need to specify. In which mode you need to open, that you need to specify. So this way you are opening one particular file. As I said, fp, it contains all the information about file. Communication link between system and program means your file is existing in the hard disk in the system and you are having your program to deal with. So how you are linking those things? By this file pointer, that is fp, right? Okay. As we said, the modes can be of three types: R, W and A. What is R? R you need to specify when you want to open your file for reading purpose. W you need to specify when you want to open that particular file for writing stuff into that. And you need to specify A when you want to append something to the file. Appending, as I already said, I am repeating. Appending matlab adding. You are letting the old content to be as it is, and then you are adding the contents, new contents at the end. Okay. So let us see a quick review on writing, appending and reading mode. For writing, if the file is already existing, contents are deleted, means the older contents are deleted. This file will be blank, and if that file is not there, means you are specifying that fopen input in the write mode. If that input file is not existing, what will happen? It will create new text file or new output file or new data file for input. Then appending mode, as I said, if file already existing, then it opens the file, contents are safe and the new contents will be added at last. If that file is not already existing, new file will be created. if you are opening any file for reading mode, then what happens? If that file is already existing, then contents will be safe and you can just read the contents. You cannot write anything to that, right? If you are opening any file for reading purpose and that file is not existing, then you will get an error. So here I had specified, if that file is not existing and you are opening that file for reading, this will be an error case. Let us take an example. We have created two file pointers, that is P1 and P2. I am opening them. So F open, the first pointer is pointing to data file and second is pointing to result named file. So we are writing P1 F open data. So you are opening data file with which mode? Reading mode. So you can only function that particular file with read operations. You cannot write something to this data file. You just read the contents of data file. Same way P2 pointer will open results named file into write mode. There are three more modes in which you can open the file, that is R plus, W plus and A plus. They are the extended versions. So R plus is read extended, W plus is write extended and A plus is append extended. What happens with R? With R you can only open file for reading. If you are trying to write something to that file, it's not allowed. But if you are using R plus mode, it can be read as well as write. Same way for W plus, you can write and read, both the things can be possible. If you are using A plus, again contents are same but writing something to the end of the file, right? And as I said, if the file is not existing and you are opening this file with this particular mode, then what happens? If you are opening a file with read mode and that file is not existing, it's an error. Write mode and not existing, then it creates a new file. Again appending is the mode and you are opening a file which is not existing, it creates a new file. Again R plus, the same case occurs as reading. So again that's an error case if the file is not existing and you are trying to open it with R plus mode. W plus and A plus are again same as W and A, right? Means if it is not existing, it will create a new file. If it is existing, it will use the existing one. The contents will be deleted in W plus, contents will be safe in A plus. Second operation is closing a file. Closing a file, we need to use fclose function. The file must be closed as soon as the operations are completed. If that file is not closed, then what happens? That particular